All right, here we go. People are going to start coming in for office hours, but I think I have enough time to get video 3 of 3 done. Writing equations in y equals mx plus b. So in order to write the equation, you need two things. You need a point and you need a slope. So let's say I had something like this. Let's say I had a point of 5, comma 6, and I had a slope of, we'll keep it simple, slope of 3. Well, in order to write the equation in slope-intercept form, it's actually easier to start in this other form. And the form that we like to use is called point-slope form. So point-slope form looks like this. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So the key to look at is that it's just going to be your y minus your y value, your y point, equals m times x minus your x point. And actually, let's make this a -6. Now I'll kind of clarify my point here. So if I write in the equation here, I would call this x, and I would call this y, and I would call this m. It's always good, especially when you're first learning this, or if you're just being reminded of this, to label what's what. So if I'm writing the equation in point-slope form, I would go y plus 6. It's going to be the opposite of whatever it was. It was a negative, now it's a positive, equals 3, or 3 over 1, times x minus 5. So that's in point-slope form. Sometimes you can just leave it in point-slope form. Like in calc, you just leave it in point-slope form and you're done. But sometimes you want to write it in slope-intercept form. So in order to do that, you have to distribute. The y plus 6 comes down, equals 3x minus 15. Add 6 to both sides, and you get y equals 3x minus 9. And that's your equation. You can graph it if you want to. You can come up with parallel lines if you want to. You come up with perpendicular lines if you want to. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's do a couple more problems kind of similar to this. So that's if you're given a point and a slope. Let's say I give you another point. Let's say I have an x-intercept of 7 and a slope of -2. So you're thinking, you didn't give me a point. You gave me a slope, right? You gave me this slope right here, but you didn't give me a point. Well, actually, I did. The x-intercept can be written as a point. It can be written as the point 7, 0. So now I have a point and slope. I can write my equation. So it's going to be y minus y. Oh, again, call this y1. Call this x1, right? Y minus y1, 0, equals m, -2, times x minus x1, 7. And then that's in point-slope form. If you want to put it in slope-intercept form, you're going to go ahead and distribute. Y equals -2x. -2 times 7 is plus 14. So we actually found the y-intercept there to be positive 14. Remember, slope-intercept form gives us a slope and a y-intercept. The last one here, let me erase this. We might do 2 of these. How much time I got? I've done 3 minutes. I want to keep these under 5, so we'll see how much time I have after I do the first one. Let's say I have 2 points here. Let's say I have 6, 8 and 12, 10. And you're like, okay, well, you gave me 2 points, but you didn't give me a slope, right? Well, I didn't, but you can actually find it using our slope techniques that we used in the first video. So let's go ahead. Let's find my point. I always like writing this, P-O-I-N-T, and slope. So let's find the slope real quick. Change in y over change in x. 8 to 10, we're going up 2, so that's going to be plus 2. 6 to 12, we're going up 6, so that's going to be plus 6. So my slope, delta y over delta x, is going to equal 2 over 6, which can be simplified to 1 over 3. Perfect. So that's my slope, 1/3. Now for my point, you just have to pick one. Sometimes you can pick a really easy one. Here, one's not really easier than the other, so I'm going to pick 6, 8. You can pick 12, 10 if you want to. It's linear, so it doesn't matter. So let's do this one real quick. So this is going to be your x, this is going to be your y, and this is going to be your m. Go ahead and label what you need to. It might help you. So you're going to have y minus your y value, minus 8, equals m, 1/3, times x minus your x value. Boom. And then from there, you can distribute. So this is in point slope form. We're going to distribute to put it in slope-intercept form. -3, 1/3 x, minus 2. I have y plus 8. Oh, undo. Y minus 8. And I have to add 8 to both sides. So I got y equals 1/3 x plus 6. So in order to write the equation, you need two things. You need a point and you need a slope. If I give you 2 points, you have to find the slope and you just pick 1 point, right? If I give you just 1 point and a slope, obviously, you can go ahead and do that. And then the other tricky one is if I give you the y-intercept or the x-intercept. And the thing to do there is to write your y-intercept or your x-intercept as a point and then use the slope that I gave you. 6/12. All right, that was pretty close. Have a good day, guys.